Hey guys, Ms. McClanahan here. Good to see y'all this afternoon. You're watching this right now, probably because you were absent in class today, 8:20, and so I want to give you a brief rundown of what we did today. We're coming up very soon on our very first test, and our very first test is going to be over everything on the front side of our sheet. And by the way, today I gave everybody a fresh copy updated with the missing vocabulary word plus all of the diphthongs, all of the basic vowels that we practiced and the words we used to practice them, as well as the diphthongs and the words that we used to practice them are now on the updated version of your very first set of Cornell notes. So if you were absent today, I have your paper in the drawer here with your name ready on it to give you when you come back to class. So the first thing we did today after I gave everybody their copy of their updated copy was as our final time to review today as a whole class. We went through the entire set twice. One time we went through where everybody just practiced their pronunciation as a group, so in the comfort of the group. And then the second time we went through, we practiced them where you gave the translation of them in the comfort of the group. From now on, it will either be a row only, or I'll be calling on you individually to pronounce the words or to speak them, to say these new vocab phrases in Spanish, okay? In pairs, in conversations, that kind of thing. So let's run through those now together, and the first thing is just pronounce it. So you say it, and then I'll repeat. I'll give you a chance to say it, then I'll repeat the word after you, okay? All right, here we go. ¿Qué tal? Muy. Por favor. ¿Y tú? Buenas tardes. Señor. Muy bien. Adiós. Buenos días. No muy bien. Nada. Señora, mi nombre es... Bien. Hola. Buenas noches. De nada. Hasta mañana. Mucho gusto. Encantada. Hasta luego. Gracias. Nos vemos. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo. Igualmente. ¿Qué pasa? Regular. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Y usted? Remember, it doesn't matter which one you're looking at. You still just say usted for both abbreviations and for the written out one. ¿Y usted? Señorita. That was the pronunciation of all of them. Now we'll go through them one final time, and this time give the English translation, and then after I've given you a chance to give the English translation, I will say it myself too, so you can confirm or make your corrections. So, English only. Very. And you, informal. Anybody that you automatically assume, you call them by their first name. Informal. Very good. Very well. Goodbye. Nothing. Either Mrs., MRS period, or maybe Ms., MS period, like I go by Ms., but also it is the word ma'am. So if somebody says to you, I'm going to need that paper by the end of the period. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so señora is also ma'am. My name is. You're welcome. It was nothing. Think nothing of it. No problem. See you tomorrow. It's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm delighted to meet you. Real happy to meet you. Any of those. Literally everything I just said, repeated. It's nice to meet you. I'm happy to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. See ya. What's your name? Oh, by the way, that one is informal. What's your name? Informal. If you know that they'll be giving you just their first name, it's another teenager or whatever, then you would say that one. What's your name? My name is. Same here. Likewise. Nice to meet you too. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? And you, and it's formal. So this is Miss, M-I-S-S. But if it is a young woman, an unmarried woman who prefers to be known as MS period, Ms., then they might use that. Also, if say that somebody that is young, unmarried, says something to you, if you have an unmarried teacher and she says, I'm going to need that assignment by the first thing tomorrow, then you would not say, in American English, we don't say yes, miss. We would have said yes, ma'am. So if you're translating that part, then it would be ma'am, just like señora was. Okay, so. How are you? Informal. How are you? Formal. See you later. See you then. Thank you. Fine. Well. Good. Hi. Good evening. Remember, it also can be good night, but we're just using it right now as a hello, so good evening. Hello. Good morning. Not very well. Not so good. Not very good. Good afternoon. Mr. or sir. Yes, sir, no, sir. Sí, señor. No, señor. Yes, sir, no, sir, or Mr. Please. This is the tricky one because for some people it means how's it going, how are you, and for other Spanish speakers it means what's up, what's happening, what's going on, and those don't get the same answer. So if somebody means how are you or how's it going, an answer would be bien, but if they, in their mind, it means what's going on, what's happening, then you can't say bien to what's happening, then you would say something like nada. So it just depends on what it means to them as to what you're going to say back to that. So that is all of the vocab. The test is going to be written. This first test will not be a speaking one, it will be a written one, but later you may be responsible for speaking these on an actual test or parts of them with future vocabulary words in addition. So you need to start working on your spelling of those, and what we did in class today after we rehearsed our speaking them and translating them to English is this assignment behind me. Everybody received a handout copy that they returned to me at the end of the period. Just look like this, and their assignment was to begin translating on a sheet of paper the all of these 7 miniature dialogues. So I'm going to step out of the way. You can maybe take a picture with your phone, take a screenshot, and this is an assignment that everybody turned in class today. Almost everybody got it done. So it's 7 mini dialogues, and all you do is just translate them into Spanish. There is no need to copy them in English first on your paper. You just translate them into Spanish. So I'm going to step out of the way and let you take a picture or a screenshot of the first 3. Before I scroll, I have 3, actually I do want to make that 4, of the names here. One of them, this one is a first name. It's the only one on here that's a first name. And then the other 3 are last names in Spanish, very common last names. And so let me help you with the pronunciation of these 4 words. The first one up there is a very common name. In English you would have said Montoya, but in Spanish Montoya, and it says Mr. Montoya, so that'd be Señor Montoya. Whether you choose to write it as the abbreviation SR period, it's raining, capitalize the S, or whether you choose to write the word out, which we rarely do in English. We rarely write Mr. out in English, but in Spanish you could write Señor. I would recommend capitalizing that too if it's the title. If you're saying yes sir, then don't capitalize the S, but if you're writing Mr. Montoya, then I would recommend capitalizing it. So let's try that now. Señor Montoya. That's your first one. The second one is pretty easy. It's just the name Robert. Roberto. Try to roll that R at the beginning if you can. Roberto. And the other R as well. Now the third name is a little bit tougher. First it says Miss, which as you know is Señorita. And then the name is Alvarez. Alvarez. Señorita Alvarez. Now our final name is a bit tough. And so that word is Gutierrez. 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 And it says Ms. So you could either go with Señora or Señorita if you wanted to. Señora Gutierrez. Okay. Those were the pronunciation issues that I wanted to discuss, and we discussed them in every single class today. So now, those are the first 3. Now I'm going to scroll down to the remaining ones. You can take a picture of, 3 was not quite done, so there's the rest of 3. And on 3, fill in just first names, like your first name, your best friend's first name, however you want to fill it in there. B says, my name is, and put your first name in there. I'd like to talk about number 5 for a brief moment. Number 5 says, you first say hi, but as an exclamation, hi. And then I want you to use the question that could be translated as, what's up? Or it could be translated as, how are you? That is the question I want on your number 5. So for the answer to that, for the B part, you can either go with, if you thought that it meant, if you wanted it to mean what's up, then you would answer it with like nothing. And if you wanted it to mean how are you, then you would answer with fine or something like that, okay? Or not so good, or however you want to answer it. So that is what I want you to do on 5. Okay, now I'm going to slide down so you can see 7. Very short and sweet. Just see you later. Okay, see ya. That's the rest of them. Please take a screenshot or take a picture of that with your device. And this is your assignment. And everybody that was here today got it done. Only a small handful asked if they could turn it in tomorrow. So that is your assignment that you have 2 days to get done and get turned in to me for today, August the 20th in Spanish 1, Ms. McClanahan. And we'll be discussing the actual versions, the way the tests are going to look tomorrow. So hope you can be back tomorrow. Don't forget, just a reminder that you need to watch the YouTube video on the PowerPoint instructions for National Hispanic Heritage Month. If you weren't here, some of y'all, I was told, I found out today, more than one class did not know that there was a YouTube video with instructions, and you were just going by what I had on the board. But you need to watch that video for 8/16 for last Friday. You need to watch that video, okay, to get the full instructions. And you can go back and tweak your PowerPoint and send it to me, email it to me. And so that wraps up everything I need to say for today. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be back. Hasta mañana.